Hello. In this session, we're going to look at some of the benefits of Agile. In fact, we're going to look at four. This is just a quick introduction, a quick overview. In future videos, we're going to go into these four in more detail, and of course, we're going to look at all of the other benefits of Agile as well. So the first four that we want to cover are value, risk, visibility, and the ability to change. Along the x-axis, along the bottom axis, we are looking at time, and along the y-axis, the vertical axis, we're looking at the benefit that we are considering. Let's look at the first one then, which is value. Now, the Agile approach is denoted here by the blue line and the plan-driven approach with the red line. With value then, what we are trying to do with Agile is to deliver as much of the value as we can as early as possible. We know that on average, 20% of the features contain about 80% of the value. So we want to deliver that 20% first so that we get as much value out of the project as soon as we can. And then if the project is cut short for any reason, at least we have most of the value delivered. That is opposed to the plan-driven approach where we only really see value right at the end, because normally what happens is we have a big reveal, a big bang, where we pull everything together and deliver it, which we prefer not to do with an Agile approach. Of course, if we're delivering things early, we're therefore reducing risk early as well. And we will look at this in far more detail in a future video. But for now, just to understand that instead of waiting for the risk to be mitigated right at the end when we've delivered everything, here what we're doing is we are reducing the risk as early as possible as we go. And we do that because of the third benefit, which is visibility. We are constantly in contact with the customers, with the stakeholders, and across the entire team. So rather than the traditional approach where we sign off a project and then don't expect to see anything until the finished product is delivered to us, maybe 6 months, maybe 2 years later, with Agile, every 2 weeks we are looking at the product. We're looking at the product itself to see how it's coming along. So we're not relying on reports. We're not relying on milestones, on check-ins. We're not relying on gates or anything like that. What we're doing is we're actually looking at the actual product that we're developing. All together, all the stakeholders, all the users as we can get into the room so that we can see what we're doing, and then we can decide where we want to go. Do we need to make any changes? Do we need to make any adjustments so that we make sure that at the end we're delivering the maximum amount of value? And that then brings us on to the fourth of the benefits that we want to cover today, which is, of course, the ability to change. And with Agile, we expect to be able to change really quite late in the project because we are adapting to that. And by delivering the right things in the right order, we know that we can absorb and react to change quickly. That's very different then from the plan-driven approach, where we've set out in great detail what has to happen before anything else can happen, and we need to follow a fairly strict, rigid approach to delivering. So those are the first four benefits of Agile. Look out for other videos where we'll cover those in a lot more detail, and also where we will be looking at other benefits of working in an Agile way with an Agile mindset.